Question 1. What action should a driver take when encountering this sign on the road? A. Increase speed slightly. B. Slow down for a right curve. C. Prepare for a left turn. D. Maintain current speed. Answers is B. Slow down for a right curve. This sign indicates a dangerous curve to the right ahead. Drivers should slow down, especially before entering the curve, to maintain control and safety. Question 2. What does this priority sign instruct drivers to do? A. Proceed without stopping. B. Give way to traffic on main road. C. Stop completely at the line. D. Accelerate quickly. Answers is B. Give way to traffic on main road. The give way sign means you must yield to other traffic already on the main road or entering from the right unless otherwise, ensuring it is safe to proceed without causing them to change speed or direction. Question 3. Which action is strictly prohibited when you see this sign? A. Entering the B. Stopping temporarily. C. U-turning. D. Parking for a short time. Answers is A. Entering the. This sign, often called Do Not Enter, strictly prohibits all vehicles from entering the road or area where it is displayed. It's commonly found at exits or one-way roads. Question 4. What is the mandatory action by this sign? A. Turn left only. B. Turn right only. C. Proceed straight ahead. D. Make a U-turn. Answers is C. Proceed straight ahead. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead only. It is often used to direct traffic flow at junctions or where turning is restricted. Question 5. What does this information sign indicate about the road ahead? A. End of expressway. B. Beginning of expressway. C. Speed limit 50 km per hour. D. Hazardous road ahead. Answers is B. Beginning of expressway. This sign marks the beginning of an expressway or motorway, typically have higher speed limits and specific rules regarding vehicle types and stopping. Question 6. Which service is available at the location by this sign? A. Fuel station. B. First aid post. C. Restaurant. D. Car repair shop. Answers is B. First aid post. This service sign indicates the presence of a first aid post, where immediate medical assistance can be obtained in case of an emergency. Question 7. What does this supplementary plate indicate about the primary sign? A. Hazard is on the right. B. Distance to the object ahead. C. Duration of restriction. D. Type of vehicle affected. Answers is B. Distance to the object ahead. This plate is an additional information plate indicating the distance to the object or situation by the main sign. Here, if the object is 300 meters straight ahead. Question 8. When should you switch on your headlights while driving in Singapore? A. Only after midnight. B. From 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. or in low visibility. C. Only when it is raining heavily. D. Anytime you feel like it. Answers is B. From 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. or in low visibility. In Singapore, vehicle headlights must be switched on between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. or at any time when visibility is poor due to weather conditions like heavy rain or fog. Question 9. What does this sign warn drivers about on the road ahead? A. Slippery road. B. Uneven road surface. C. Loose gravel. D. Steep descent. Answers is B. Uneven road surface. This warning sign indicates that the road surface ahead is uneven. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for bumps or rough patches. Question 10. At a junction controlled by this sign, who has priority? A. Vehicles from the left. B. Vehicles turning right. C. Traffic on this road. D. Pedestrians only. Answers is C. Traffic on this road. This sign indicates that you are on a priority road. Drivers on this road have the right of way over traffic entering from minor roads, unless directed otherwise by traffic signals or police. Question 11. What is the meaning of this prohibitory sign? A. Minimum speed 50. B. Maximum speed limit 50. C. Advisory speed 50. D. Speed camera ahead. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit 50. This sign indicates a maximum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not exceed this speed in the area until an end of speed limit sign is encountered. Question 12. What action is required by this mandatory sign at a junction? A. Proceed straight. B. Turn right only. C. Turn left only. D. Any direction is allowed. Answers is B. Turn right only. This sign mandates that drivers must turn right at the upcoming junction or point. Failing to follow this direction is a traffic offense. Question 13. What does this information sign indicate about the traffic flow? A. Two-way traffic. B. One-way road. C. No entry. D. End of priority road. Answers is B. One-way road. This sign indicates that the road is a one-way street, meaning traffic flows in a single direction. Drivers should be aware of this to avoid entering against the flow of traffic. Question 14. What does this sign provide information about for drivers? A. Police station. B. Hospital. C. Restaurant. D. Fuel station. Answers is B. Hospital. This service sign indicates the presence of a hospital nearby, which is useful in medical. Question 15. What does this supplementary plate signify when combined with another sign? A. Applies straight ahead. B. Applies to the left. C. Applies to the right. D. Applies in all directions. Answers is B. Applies to the left. This additional information plate indicates that the primary sign's message or restriction applies specifically to the side or direction. Question 16. When approaching a bus stop where a bus is signaling to pull out, what should a driver do? A. Overtake immediately. B. Slow down and give way. C. Sound horn and proceed. D. Speed up to pass before it moves. Answers is B. Slow down and give way. Drivers must slow down and give way to a public bus signaling to pull out from a bus stop. This is a rule to ensure the safety and smooth flow of public transport. Question 17. What warning does this sign provide to drivers? A. Uneven road. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Road narrows. D. Loose gravel. Answers is B. Slippery road ahead. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead may be slippery, especially in wet conditions. Drivers should reduce speed and exercise caution to avoid skidding. Question 18. What does this sign mean for vehicles approaching the junction? A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop completely and give way. C. Give way without stopping. D. Accelerate through the junction. Answers is B. Stop completely and give way. The stop sign requires drivers to stop completely before the stop line, check for traffic, and only proceed when it is safe to do so, giving way to all other traffic. Question 19. What type of vehicle is prohibited from entering this road? A. Motorcycles. B. Goods vehicles. C. Passenger cars. D. Answers is B. Goods vehicles. This sign indicates that entry is prohibited for goods vehicles. It is used to restrict heavy vehicles from certain roads, often for safety or environmental reasons. Question 20. What does this mandatory sign require drivers to do at a roundabout? A. Stop and give way. B. Proceed in a circular direction. C. Turn right only. D. Wait for traffic light. Answers is B. Proceed in a circular direction. This sign indicates a roundabout circular intersection ahead. Drivers must enter the roundabout and proceed in a circular, clockwise direction, giving way to traffic already in the roundabout. Question 21. What information does this sign provide about pedestrian movement? A. No pedestrian entry. B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. C. Pedestrian zone. D. No jaywalking allowed. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This information sign indicates that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be vigilant for pedestrians preparing to cross the road. Question 22. What type of service is by this sign? A. Information desk. B. Telephone available. C. Emergency exit. D. Lost and found. Answers is B. Telephone available. This service sign indicates that a public telephone is available nearby, which can be useful for making calls, especially in. Question 23. What does this supplementary plate indicate about parking restrictions? A. Parallel to carriageway. B. Perpendicular to carriageway. C. Parking on pavement allowed. D. No parking at all. Answers is A. Parallel to carriageway. This additional information plate the method of parking permitted or restricted, parallel to the edge of the carriageway. Question 24. What is the recommended following distance in dry conditions on expressways? A. 1 car length. B. Rule. C. 5 meters. D. 1 second rule. Answers is B. Rule. The rule is recommended for following distance in dry conditions. This provides adequate time and space to react and stop safely if the vehicle in front suddenly brakes. Question 25. What does this warning sign alert drivers to ahead? A. Bridge ahead. B. Railway crossing. C. Expressway entrance. D. Tunnel ahead. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This warning sign indicates a railway crossing ahead. Drivers should prepare to stop, look, and listen for trains, and proceed only when safe. Question 26. What is by this priority sign regarding oncoming traffic? A. You have priority. B. Oncoming traffic has priority. C. No priority for anyone. D. Two-way traffic ahead. Answers is B. Oncoming traffic has priority. This sign indicates that oncoming traffic has priority over your vehicle. You must give way to vehicles coming from the opposite direction, especially in narrow sections of road. Question 27. What does this sign prohibit drivers from doing with their vehicle? A. Parking for long periods. B. Stopping for any reason. C. Making a U-turn. D. Overtaking other vehicles. Answers is B. Stopping for any reason. The no stopping sign strictly prohibits stopping a vehicle for any reason, even briefly, unless traffic conditions or an emergency necessitates it. This includes picking up or dropping off passengers. Question 28. What is the mandatory action when encountering this sign? A. Turn right or straight. B. Proceed straight or turn left. C. Turn left only. D. Make a U-turn. Answers is B. Proceed straight or turn left. This mandatory sign directs drivers to either proceed straight ahead or turn left. Drivers must choose one of these two directions. Question 29. What does this sign inform drivers about lane usage? A. Road ends ahead. B. Of movement in lanes. C. Speed limit for each lane. D. Toll plaza ahead. Answers is B. Of movement in lanes. This information sign typically shows the permissible directions of movement for each lane at an upcoming intersection, helping drivers choose the correct lane. Question 30. What type of facility is by this service sign? A. Restaurant. B. Hotel or motel. C. Fuel station. D. Shopping mall. Answers is B. Hotel or motel. This service sign indicates that a hotel or motel is nearby, providing accommodation for travelers. Question 31. What does this supplementary plate indicate about the priority road? A. Minor road ahead. B. Direction of the priority road. C. End of priority road. D. No priority ahead. Answers is B. Direction of the priority road. This plate is typically used with a give way or stop sign to illustrate the layout of the junction and the direction of the priority road, helping drivers understand who has the right of way. Question 32. What should a driver do when encountering a fallen tree blocking half the road? A. Try to move it yourself. B. Report to and ensure safety. C. Speed past quickly. D. Wait indefinitely for help. Answers is B. Report to and ensure safety. When encountering a road obstruction, ensure your safety and the safety of others by warning oncoming traffic if possible, and report the obstruction to the relevant e.g. police for prompt removal. Question 33. What hazard does this warning sign indicate to drivers? A. Steep descent. B. Falling rocks from the slope. C. Uneven road surface. D. Strong side winds. Answers is B. Falling rocks from the slope. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where there is a risk of falling rocks or debris from a slope. Drivers should proceed with caution and be prepared for potential obstructions. Question 34. What does this priority sign instruct the driver to do? A. Give way to oncoming traffic. B. You have priority over oncoming traffic. C. Stop and wait. D. Proceed with extreme caution. Answers is B. You have priority over oncoming traffic. This sign indicates that you have priority over oncoming traffic in a narrow section of road. Oncoming vehicles should give way to you. Question 35. What is prohibited for vehicles when this sign is displayed? A. Left turn. B. U-turn. C. Right turn. D. Stopping. Answers is B. U-turn. This prohibitory sign means that making a U-turn is not allowed at this location. Drivers must follow alternative routes if they need to change direction. Question 36. What does this mandatory sign require for pedestrian movement? A. No pedestrians allowed. B. Pedestrian track only. C. Shared path for cars and pedestrians. D. Pedestrians use sidewalk. Answers is B. Pedestrian track only. This mandatory sign indicates a pedestrian track. Pedestrians are required to use this path, and vehicles are generally not allowed. Question 37. What does this information sign indicate about the road type? A. End of motorway. B. Road for motor vehicles. C. No motor vehicles. D. Residential area. Answers is B. Road for motor vehicles. This sign marks the beginning of a road designed specifically for motor vehicles, where certain restrictions may apply to other road users like pedestrians or cyclists. Question 38. What service is available when this sign is displayed? A. Car wash. B. Tire service. C. Engine repair. D. Fuel station. Answers is B. Tire service. This service sign indicates the presence of a tire service or tire fitting station, useful for tire repairs or replacements. Question 39. What does this supplementary plate indicate about parking restrictions? A. No parking on pavement. B. Parking fully on pavement, perpendicular. C. Parallel parking on road. D. Parking for bicycles only. Answers is B. Parking fully on pavement, perpendicular. This additional information plate indicates that parking is permitted completely on the pavement, with the vehicle parked perpendicularly to the carriageway edge. Question 40. What is the primary purpose of defensive driving? A. To drive as fast as possible. B. To anticipate and avoid hazards. C. To react quickly to. D. To always have the right of way. Answers is B. To anticipate and avoid hazards. Defensive driving is about anticipating potential hazards, recognizing dangerous situations, and taking proactive measures to avoid accidents, rather than just reacting to them. Question 41. What does this warning sign indicate is ahead? A. School zone. B. Pedestrian crossing. C. Bus stop. D. Children at play. Answers is B. Pedestrian crossing. This warning sign indicates a pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should slow down, be alert for pedestrians, and be prepared to stop to give way. Question 42. What does this prohibitory sign mean for specific vehicles? A. No entry for bicycles. B. No entry for motorcycles. C. No entry for passenger cars. D. No entry for goods vehicles. Answers is B. No entry for motorcycles. This sign indicates that motorcycles are prohibited from entering the road or area. It is used to restrict certain vehicle types. Question 43. What is the minimum speed required by this mandatory sign? A. Maximum speed 50. B. Minimum speed 50. C. Advisory speed 50. D. Speed limit ends. Answers is B. Minimum speed 50. This sign indicates a minimum speed limit of 50. Drivers must not drive slower than this speed unless traffic conditions or safety require it. Question 44. What does this information sign indicate about lane markings? A. 3 lanes ahead. B. Lane use 1 lane shown. C. Road closed. D. Speed camera. Answers is B. Lane use 1 lane shown. This sign provides information on how a single lane ahead can be used, often indicating allowed turns or straight movements, helping drivers prepare for the junction. Question 45. What does this supplementary plate indicate about vehicle types? A. Passenger cars only. B. Vehicles with trailer. C. Buses only. D. Goods vehicles only. Answers is B. Vehicles with trailer. This additional information plate indicates that the primary sign or rule applies specifically to vehicles towing a trailer. Question 46. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on an expressway in Singapore? A. Stay in your car until help arrives. B. Move to the road shoulder, activate hazard lights, place warning triangle. C. Attempt to fix it in the moving lane. D. Walk to the nearest exit for help. Answers is B. Move to the road shoulder, activate hazard lights, place warning triangle. If your vehicle breaks down on an expressway, move it to the road shoulder if safe, activate hazard lights, place a warning triangle 20 meters behind, and call for assistance. Stay clear of the road if possible. Question 47. What does this warning sign indicate regarding children? A. Playground ahead. B. Children nearby. E.g. School zone. C. No children allowed. D. Pedestrian crossing. Answers is B. Children nearby, e.g. school zone. This sign warns drivers that children may be present or crossing the road, commonly near schools or playgrounds. Drivers should reduce speed and be extra vigilant. Question 48. What is the meaning of this prohibitory sign? A. Overtaking allowed. B. No overtaking. C. Overtake on the left only. D. Speed limit 50. Answers is B. No overtaking. This sign indicates that overtaking other motor vehicles is prohibited in this section of the road due to safety reasons, such as narrowness or poor visibility. Question 49. What does this information sign indicate about a specific area? A. Expressway entrance. B. Residential area. C. No entry zone. D. Parking lot. Answers is B. Residential area. This sign marks the beginning of a residential area or living zone. Drivers should expect lower speed limits, increased pedestrian activity, and greater caution is required. Question 50. What must you do before opening your car door after parking? A. Open it quickly to avoid delay. B. Check for cyclists, pedestrians, or vehicles. C. Assume it's safe if you are parked. D. Only check the mirror. Answers is B. Check for cyclists, pedestrians, or vehicles. Before opening your car door, always check your mirrors and do a shoulder check to ensure no cyclists, pedestrians, or vehicles are approaching from behind, preventing potential collisions.